Hi everyone, welcome to Earth's Dose of Dharma, and this is your dose of Dharma for today. Okay, so we talk about the next question. One day I'm grateful and to others and try to be nice to others, but others take me for granted and then I withdraw myself from being kind and nice to others. I am now scared to be nice and grateful to others. Am I wrong? Well, I guess a lot of people who have tried to be nice and kind to others have experienced this kind of situations before, right? Others take advantage of your kindness and niceness. So what can we do? We want to be a good person. We want to be a nice and kind person, but people are exploiting us. So what do we do? I think this is a very practical question. So in terms of from the perspective of Buddhism, of course we try to be nice and kind to everyone, every being, but the way we relate to them may be different, or the way how we behave or portray nice and kindness is different. All right. So I like to quote that example. The way you are being kind, you show kindness, and the way you show kindness to a dog, and the way you show kindness to a snake, a poisonous snake, is totally different, right? I mean, if you're a dog, if there's a dog and you're a dog lover, you go and pet the dog, play with the dog, snuggle together, and the dog likes you, you like the dog, like that, right? In these kind of situations, when the other party is nice, is a nice person also, and they reciprocate and things like that, then okay, we can be nice to them in a nice way, right? But there are people who have this kind of I wouldn't say a character flaw, but they have this kind of defilements in them that makes people uncomfortable and is unwholesome, but in its nature. So how we relate to this kind of people can be like how we relate to how we show kindness to a snake. So for a snake, unless you are a well-trained snake handler, then you can approach the snake, you know when to catch the snake, you know how to make it calm, you know how to even milk its venom, right? But if you are not trained, if you're not a trained snake handler, then it's gonna be difficult, isn't that so? Then what should we do? Or maybe you have to take a tongue, grab the meat, and then put it inside the container or the bucket, and then quickly close the bucket while you feed the snake. So that means when we're feeding the snake, we're trying to be nice to the snake, right? Like that. So similarly for people, when we want to be kind to people, but if some people, if we are kind to them, it makes them behave in a worse way, behave in a more unwholesome way. Then we should really consider how we want to be nice to them. Sometimes we need to maintain the distance if you're not a well-trained person. Well-trained over here means well-trained in the mind. Your mind is not affected by their unwholesome acts anymore. Your mind and your emotions will not be stirred up because of something they did, because of something unwholesome that they said, because of some crazy ideas, unwholesome ideas that they are thinking of. Your mind and emotions will not be stirred anymore. And in this kind of situation, we can be said that your mind is well trained and you can talk to them and, interact with them. But if not, then maybe you have to consider feeding them through the tongues. So you may have to maintain a beautiful distance, but at the same time, if the other party needs help, needs food, needs a piece of chicken drumstick, then we still have that kindness inside of us to be able to give that chicken drumstick or that piece of meat to them. Still, though we are still able to have that kind of a friendliness to help them or to have the intention and the will to help them when they need it, right? And time to time, sometimes we can test it out. Something because human nature is impermanent, no? So sometimes even a very bad person, sometimes they can change over time, right? So it's just like when you are trying to get close to a snake or an animal, you don't suddenly approach them, they will be scared, then they will fly away, right? You have to go one step at a time, get a little bit nearer, and if you step one more step and they fly away, okay, you know that that's the distance that they are comfortable with, alright? And you are comfortable with, alright, okay, then we'll keep that distance. And after doing that for some time, then we try to take one more step again. And if they never fly away or the snake never attacks you, okay, then you go again, I'm more experienced with birds, snakes I'm not so sure, but in Australia, we feed, sometimes we feed the king parrots. This is how we approach them, one step at a time. If they're uncomfortable, then we try to retreat one step at a time, like that. So when we're relating to people, when we are having this interaction and communication with people who have difficult characters and difficult defilements, they are impermanent. Okay, I have to stress the word is impermanent. From time to time, test it out. Sometimes you can be close to them a little bit. Oh, if they're still that character, okay, then maybe if it increases their unwholesomeness and increases your unwholesomeness, then we may have to maintain the distance again. And then, but continue to show kindness, understanding that is the nature of a snake, right? Like that. So that is the nature of a troubled character, difficult character. It's okay. It's life. I mean, so accept it, right? It's a very natural thing, Okay, then after that, if you want, you can approach them again, nearer and nearer again. But if this whole life, they have that difficult character, it's okay. But at least we relate to them, and we treat them with as much friendliness and kindness as we can, and as much as they can deserve. Then this will be a very balanced kindness. And it is a kindness and niceness that is accompanied with wisdom. Alright? The wisdom of learning how to relate with difficult character people. Like that, So no need to withdraw yourself. Sometimes, okay, you can withdraw yourself, but when you withdraw yourself, we don't do it we try not to do it with an intention of avoiding that person. But we try to do it with the understanding that, being close is not beneficial for me and the other party now. Okay, maybe we should withdraw a little bit, and then after that, let's see, are they comfortable and I'm comfortable? If we are, okay, then we can try to be nice to each other in this way. Then if not, then we can retreat a little bit further and things like that. So the distance between every individual is very, very different. So a practitioner, have to really gauge for yourself of course it comes with experience, it comes with practice, but this has to be done by oneself, right? So when you withdraw yourself, but make sure the mind can still be kind and nice to the other party. So no need to be scared to be nice and grateful to others. No problem. If you're grateful to others, if others exploit you, then we know that, okay, this person doesn't have the deserving power for us to show bodily and verbal gratefulness yet. So we can be grateful to them in mind first. And then after that, we can slowly influence them and slowly move, improve the relationship to such a way that we can show gratefulness to them through verbal and bodily actions. Okay? But if it doesn't happen in this life, Okay, don't be disappointed. Sometimes it takes few lives, sometimes it takes many lives. This we don't know, but definitely the bad character, the difficult character is definitely impermanent. So as the same case for feelings and emotions. That's why we work on relationships with this principle. We try to be kind to others with this principle. Okay, so no need to be scared lah. Okay, so I hope this answers the question. So don't be scared to be nice and grateful to others, but we know how to manage, learn how to manage being kind and nice to others. Like that. So with this, I wish all of you to be well, peaceful and happy, and may the Triple Gem bless all of us to be able to attain path, fruition and nibbana as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.